Yeah, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Um, Without wasting much of our time, this is a new week. We are going into what the past week have, given us, and with that, we'll be looking at what the new week have for us. So, once again, welcome, and I really want to thank you guys for following up with my analysis and the rest. But today is going to be a little bit more of better opportunities that you can have in the financial market. Usually, I always come online to give us trade idea for the week on currency pairs. But today, I've been watching the crypto market movement and I see an opportunity for those who are new or not even into crypto at all, or probably have heard of crypto before. This is an opportunity for them to take advantage. One thing I realize in life is that there is nothing you can do in this life that can ever be like what you do yourself, what you do with your own hand and giving you what you actually desire. You know, and you begin to derive satisfaction from what you do and see yourself doing this, then you will thank yourself for doing that. Unlike when someone is instructing you to do this, to do that, and at the end of the day, they even underpay you. And looking at financial industry is open to everybody. So it only require your enthusiasm to, be a champion in this industry. I've seen the movement of BTC and looking at everything that has happened, I noticed that even if you are a novice, this is your opportunity to just invest. You don't have to, you know, go into trading like we did because for you to say you want to start trading, that means you must have extensive knowledge in the market. So what am I saying? Looking at cryptocurrency as a whole, this is BTC USD right before me, and you know, usually we run our analysis technically and we have some expectation. Somewhere around there happens to be the height of BTC in March 2021, and that happens to be the first time BTC will come so high, around 60 something K. That's around $61,000. But after that time, there was market retracement. Looking at what we have here on a weekly basis, it shows that BTC's form a triple top, then it fall. And this is typically a technical analysis. Now, after BTC fall, still on a technical analysis, before the rise to 60K, 68K, to 60K, BTC creates a price here around 29,000 to 30,000 thereabout. And after the fall from 60K, it will return back to that price level. And looking at it around that price level, it gives us another triple bottom. This is a weekly time frame. If you look at it very well, you will know. And if you want to see this clearly, you can switch to daily time frame. You see what I was showing you. And sometimes if you don't open up, no, look at this shadow. Market come here, it pushes back, it return again, it pushes back. Then when it came for the third time, it began to move. Still on the price area. So this shows the first time market show itself up around 30K, and this happens to be the second time. And this second time, technical analysis show itself, though it show itself here too with double bottom, it show itself here also. So looking at it, this is giving us an idea of how technical analysis work generally. So we have a triple bottom and you take the advantage. Now, after the purchase here, BTC move all the way to around 68,000 by breaking the former price level, then to create a new all-time high. Now, at this point, what happened? All eyes on BTC at that time. Meanwhile, technically, we understand that price don't just move up and continue moving up. It will get to a certain stage due to some certain factor like big news, like COVID and some other news. You see the market, make a return, and what happened? It fall. Now, looking at all this formation, they mean something. Sometimes we don't see the perfect diagram we look for in cryptocurrency, or better still in the market generally, just because the market movement, sometimes if you are not careful enough, you don't see exactly. Meanwhile, what you are seeing right before you is what it is. Now, looking at BTC around here, it has given us a support and resistance channel. Look at this. What is a channel? Where you have two trend line parallel in direction, and within the direction you see market moving. So I analyze this chart before the fall from 40K to 35K, and looking at it, the price at 32 and 40K gave me a support, which with the two price level I have my trend line. The same thing happened around 60K and 68K. The two gave me, and um I have my trend line also. Also, I look at the formation of BTC. So I looking at the market structure. This is a rectangular shape, and at 40, I also have another rectangular shape. So for me to have this shape, so I can say that there's possibility for another rectangular shape in the future. So as a result of that, most times when you are run analysis like this before you take your trade, it is good you have your confirmation irrespective of your analysis. You wait for your confirmation. But I drew this to have a view or some level of expectation in the market. So that does not mean that what I have done so far is 100% certain. but it gives you a strong idea on what can happen. Now looking at BTC, now break this channel down. So it means BTC has manipulated some trader at this point, and for that reason, when trader generally is being manipulated, generally it means an opportunity is coming. But psychologically, if you lack good money management around this 40K, you might have lose your money, and that could result in a serious depression, and the motivation will not be there. So as a result of that, when the real opportunity comes, you might not be able to join or take the advantage because you feel it has failed you once. Meanwhile, with what I have here, BTC breaking this channel and coming to 35K and 30K, it means anytime from now, BTC can start a bull, because looking at 30K level, it shows a strong area of liquidity. So there's higher possibilities that BTC will not exceed 30K before it starts the next bull. And if that is the case, then I will say for crypto trader, whether you are a pro or new, you follow your money management, because sometimes you might be waiting for market to get to 30K before you buy. And looking at BTC on a 4 hours zone, on a 4 hours time frame, shows that BTC is stuck in a ranging market. So it's possible that by the time it gives a kind of double bottom within this range, it will look for a bullish move, probably at this point. And you imagine BTC began the buy at this point while you were waiting for BTC to go to 30K. So that means you might lose the opportunity. Might lose the opportunity. You understand? But this is my advice. If BTC come to this area, why not divide your money? Talking about money management now, why not divide your money and secure some BTC around there, you buy and keep, then watch the way the market move. So in case market further drop to 30, you can take another portion of your money to buy more. But in case market failed to come to this area, you will not outrightly miss the opportunity to buy, because you've secured some already. At least with that, you'll be happy for yourself that you have secured some portion when the market is around 35K. And from there, you can look for a way to buy more if the move looks to be confirmed that the buy has begun. But in case it further drop, then you can use the remaining part of your money to secure more. Because looking at it, BTC coming to 30K is going to form a triple bottom on a weekly time frame, and that is going to be a huge opportunity for trader to come into the market in a big massive way. So it will be very difficult for BTC at that time to drop further. So for that reason, I am saying this, that even if you are a newbie, take this opportunity. In my Telegram channel, you can reach me with some questions and I will answer you. Don't forget that BTC drives most cryptocurrency. So when anything happen to BTC, you see the effect on other cryptocurrency. Look at the way CRO drop, look at the way FTM drop all the way from here down to this area, from $3.3 to 1.8 before it begin to retrace again. So we have a lot of cryptocurrency drops. You can see them, you can see the drop. So look at ETH also, from 4547 to 2000. So you have the opportunity to jump in the market. So generally, it is advisable you understand money management, because nobody is taking responsibility for anybody. So whatever that happens to you is part of the risk. And if you take the risk, you have to take it. Even not taking the risk is even a risk by itself. So what are you waiting for? Let no one deceive you. It takes the lion heart to achieve many things in this world. So if you are not strong enough or build yourself to be strong, then little you can contribute. Starting with your family settings, down to your extended family, to friends, and every other people around you, your community. So just flipping through, you can see, just flipping through the market, then seeing exactly what I was telling you. So you can't afford to miss this opportunity again. A price that has come to 654 before, that is now 372, is an opportunity for you to also join the league. I can tell you, putting your money and keep here at this particular time for a long time, at least for a year. Don't put your money with the hope of coming to check it or take it in 3 months. No. You don't know when the market will play out as you want. So at least give it a year. So looking at what you have here, if it plays out well within the next 3 months, good for you. But at least look for at least 1 year for a better reward, for big reward. Leave it for a year, then you come back and thank me. So that is all on crypto. So going to our weekly analysis, I in cryptocurrency. Let me start with uh, our dollar index. Let's look at our dollar index and see what has happened so far. This is a weekly time frame. I always tell my students, in financial market generally, now we are in forex. History always creates itself, and history will repeat itself. When history is being created in financial markets, then there's assurance that such history will repeat itself. Looking at here, there was history created here, and at here, the history repeats itself. From here, it buy, and when it get to this price another time, it buys again. Now, that is one. Two, this is a channel. When markets started here and give us another chance here, technically we use these 2 points to draw a trend line, which means by drawing the trend line with these 2 points, it means anytime, any day market come and touch this trend line again, you should buy, which is the essence of drawing this. I can't go back to where I have the analysis before it plays out, but I did this because I understand what the market demand from me. So now, this dollar index, we all know that whatever that happens on this particular chart has great significant effect on every US dollar currency pair. The likes of Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, NZD USD, and the likes, US 30, all dollar market, gold, it has effect. So what are we saying? Now let's take a look at dollar index right away. Dollar index give us some kind of ranging market, and within the ranging market, I spot some level of price at here, this second, and this third. So which makes me believe that wherever the market break, be it up or down, then we will know the direction of the market. So according to what we have here, market breakdown, and when it break down, with my trend line I've drawn here, I expect gold dollar to build a strength when it comes to this trend line technically, which it does. So that has played out already. Now, technically, when a market break a range, when it break price range, such market is expected to continue in that particular direction. So that tells me that as technically there's price reaction here on dollar index and it has actually do exactly what I expected it to do, touching this line and moving back, then I expect the market to start continuing on a downward trend, which means coming down now will most likely break this trend line and continue down. So we call this pullback, this buy, this little buy, we call it correction after the breakout. And if I look at my last buy here down to sell here with my Fibonacci, I will see that it is 0.618%. If I extend it to this, I'll see that it's still 0.618%. So which means it has also fulfilled my Fibonacci retracement. It has broken out, it has pulled back, it has given me Fibonacci retracement. Then I expect it to continue to sell. So looking at this level now, seeing dollar index dropping technically. So it means that Euro USD will move in the opposite direction. That is a buy. GBP USD will move in opposite direction. That is a buy also. You see gold moving in opposite direction, which is also a buy, and so on and so forth. So with this, you can look out for this movement and use it to counter your analysis on other US dollar currency pair. It's as simple as that. So looking at what has happened here, don't be deceived also that the sell is more prominent, because looking at the wave equation I have here, after this location, the market move equation 1 and it return on equation 2. It moved for the third time. Had it been it break this price level, I would say it break the structure, but it didn't. So I can call this a, what was it called? I can call it a wave inside wave, because this is 1, 2, 3 with this little bull 4. Then with the 5, it continued to buy. So generally, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the correction. So with the correction now, we have a flat. And after the flat, that's A, B, C. Then it sell again. What am I trying to show you? This is it here. Elliott impulse, or maybe Elliott triangle wave. All I'm looking for is Elliott move. We are seeing this 1, 2. Usually equation 3 is always the longest. 3, 4, and 5. Now, when we have Elliott's move like this, which is what I'm trying to explain somewhere around there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is because of my screen. Let me correct that. So we have 5 here. We did 5. We take this as a correction. We take this as a correction, our XYZ or ABC. We take it as correction. We take it as correction. So we will likely have something like this, which is a flat. And when it happens, then you begin to see more channel broken, and markets will likely go further. And looking at this, maybe no exaggerating, like we all know that there's no 100% assurance in analysis. But with what I'm seeing right here before me on a dollar index, is that the market will most likely experience a bullish on all dollar index, on all dollar currency pair. because with what I'm seeing before me shows more of weakness in dollar. So that is all. I spent enough time explaining this, so you can capitalize on this on other currency pair. So this has played out already. So exactly what I'm saying. Similarly on Euro GBP. Euro GBP makes uh, formation here, but later sell below. But if Euro GBP can sustain this price level around there, then let's look at Euro GBP going on a long buy. As we can see, at least looking at Euro GBP, you can see it has come to this price area, it has rejected. So breaking and forming a bullish engulfing, then on a weekly time frame, so we'll probably see Euro GBP on a buy for the next 1 month. So you can just look for an entry opportunity somewhere around there. You can look for entry opportunity somewhere around there. So you can look at something like this, not looking at the channel, but looking at a safe place to put your trade, which could give you maybe ratio 1 to probably ratio 1 to 2, and you'll be fine. Because I brought this here in case markets want to come and checkmate this area again. So this is a weekly time frame. It means if you don't have good money, you might not be able to enjoy trading. I always tell people, you don't place your trade if you are looking at long term and you are looking for 50 pips stop loss. That means you have to be extra smart, and most time market would have play out before you can even see 1 or 2 pips, because I've had this analysis here for at least over a month now. I've had it over a month. It broke the channel, it came out, then it's returned. Some trader will call it a fake out, which means they expect the market to continue on a bullish trend. So this is Euro USD. Like I told you earlier, Euro USD came to this area. So now imagine if their explanation on dollar index is correct, you can see the effect here also that is correct. So the same thing, looking at some dollar index too, it has broken this channel out now. It wants to continue on a sell. Look at my moving average on a weekly time frame. So this shows that what buyers are coming into the market technically. You can see that. So at least if you are not seeing anything here, you see the market coming to 0.89935. So if you place your stop loss somewhere above here, you can look for 1:1. You can look for 1:1. You can look for 1:1. So it's as simple as that. Just that sometimes we are too in hurry. Similarly, on GBP USD, GBP now, though the effect of GBP might not have significant effect here, because looking at it, GBP is trying to make some sell, which is in form of correction before it can start its buy. So GBP might not begin a serious buy when EUR will begin, but GBP too is trying to make some correction on up to somewhere around here. So seeing GBP come to somewhere around here, to gain a support, then then start that bullish move. Come to somewhere around there, then begin his own movement. So this exactly things that we look for. So here now you have to wait. If you take any trade on this, you look for a sell, and when it's coming to around this area, stay away from selling GBP but wait, let the market come to this area and let it give you a bullish candle for your confirmation, then you can jump on the market. You understand? So taking one pair in a week is not a bad idea. All you need is a good setup and you'll be fine. You understand? So that is all. We continue from here. So looking at this Euro NZD, I drew this here. This is what I used to say about price action. Price creates history here, then it has come to this area. So if it's going to sell, you need to wait for some days to see if you are going to have a bullish candle. So if you have a bullish candle, a bearish candle, then the next candle will most likely give you a bear. Then you take the trade on the sell. It's as simple as that. Because it has come to this area now, so you need to wait for confirmation by seeing a bear candle. You understand? So we see you another time. Take advantage of this. Bye for now. So like my page, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll be glad to answer any question you want with my Telegram page. Thank you.